Hi, everybody. Welcome to the 2020 Cub Scout Camp Kickoff meeting. I'm Rob Mahardy. I'm the camp director at Camp Kingsley, and with me is Steve Miller.
Hi, welcome. Thank you all for joining us tonight as we talk about Camp Kingsley 2020 Cub Scout Kickoff and our day camps we have going on also. We're looking at a great time, as you guys can tell behind us. What's our theme for this year, Rob?
Dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs. Was it Passport to Adventure?
No, that's not it either. You know what? Let's go with pirates.
I think it is.
Is it?
Pirates. Welcome to 2020 Pirates at Camp Kingsley. All right, Rob, what can you tell us about Camp Kingsley besides it being the coolest camp in the Northeast?
Coolest camp in the Northeast? Well, it is definitely cold out there now, but it is definitely going to be hot this summer. We've got some great ideas coming, great programs coming up.
I'm sure, yeah, we do have lots of great programs coming up as always. I'll tell you what, as a dad, I got the privilege of going to Camp Kingsley last summer, and it was a great time up there spending with my son and all the other leaders and the camaraderie that we got to talk to so many people and do the fun things. I'll tell you, by the time campfire each night on our site, I was ready to go to bed. It's a great program, and I encourage anybody to get up there.
It's definitely busy, and as you see in one of our later slides, we'll talk about what a typical day looks like at camp. But right now, let's talk about camp itself. Camp is in Ava, New York. Camp Kingsley's up in Ava, New York. It is about 400 acres. Our base camp is nice and contained in there with a whole bunch of buildings like dining hall where we do indoor meals. We have a great playground that we do activities on. We have 4 lean-to sites that will be up this year for camp and 4 tent sites that we'll be using for camp this year.
Oh, nice. So we went up last year. I know there are, I think, 2 tent sites, so we've gone up again. That's great.
Yeah, we're actually looking in the spring this year, getting 4 more lean-tos built.
So, that's wonderful.
Yeah, so that'd be cool. We also have the new flush toilet facilities, the shower houses, the activities, waterfront, where we go boating and swimming and kayaking, shooting sports. Some new ideas down there this year about expanding slingshots a little bit more.
Tell you what, that most popular games, that Gaga ball pit. I'll tell you what, that was one of the toughest things to get kids out of, but they have so much fun doing that.
Gaga's crazy. Gaga's crazy, but it's good. Yeah, we also have new coming up this year is mini golf.
Oh, nice.
Yep,
that's great.
Whole bunch of new courses for that going on. We also still have our popular bouldering wall and tower. So we have a full climbing program this year.
Excellent. So besides all of that fun stuff, we have going on, have great meals that Chef Ron and his staff have done at Scout up at Kingsley. We have that really good things. We have the store with many different things there.
Yep. Get your CK swag this year, definitely. We have lots of different products there. To your typical camp things that you would use at camp, as well as custom CK merchandise. Yep.
Awesome. So what are some of the things that summer camp helps build?
Well, summer camp, one, we're here to support your unit's year-round program. And all the ideals that scouting has, from character development to teaching kids about self-reliance and self-esteem, awareness about the outdoor environment and leave no trace, stuff like that. Also building teamwork and leadership skills.
Teamwork, leadership skills. What about for the adults when they go to camp? Are there going to be any training opportunities for the adults?
We offer stuff at the waterfront for like safety afloat, safe swim defense. Most of that we usually do as an as-needed basis. So if your unit has something you're looking for, please let us know in the pre-camp information. Click it right there.
I was trying to. So
Sorry, little technical difficulties on our slides here, sorry. So another thing we'll talk about, sorry, I'm going to the notes for this one. There we go.
There.
All right. We will run 3 weeks this year. We will run the second, third, and fourth weeks in July. We go from Wednesday evening where they come in to Sunday in the morning. Okay. Now our slides are. But I'll go back to some of the program. We can talk about that a little bit more.
Yeah, we can go back to the programming here, some of the great things you guys do.
Sure. I'll run through what's on the slide that you guys are seeing. Shooting sports. We have BB guns, we have archery, we have slingshots, and we will have a new program this year where basically kids get to make noise on the shooting range. There'll be basically a whole bunch of things suspended that make noise, like pots and pans and craziness, and you'll get to throw golf balls at them. It's pretty weird, but it's kind of a cool program. That's one of our newer things this year. Down on the waterfront, so we have kayaks, we have canoes, we have swimming opportunities.
The paddle boats.
Paddle boats are out there, yeah. BMX is going to be a little bit more tiered of a program this year, working a little bit more on helping those younger scouts on how to get biking a little bit more, up to our Weeblos and Arrow of Lights, actually doing a little bit more of the BMXing up and down through the track. Okay. Climbing program, we have the bouldering wall, we have the playground area, which has the cargo net and the slide down, we have the monkey bridge, and we have our town.
Awesome. Yeah, again, as I said, I mean, we have here up on the screen, you guys see what people are saying about camp. And, what a wonderful stay we had. Staff really goes all out to give the scouts an amazing experience. Tremendous thank you for awesome memories. We just have a great time up there, not just at Cub Resident Camp, but also Mom and Me, Fall Camp. Well, we could talk about those two for a little bit. As I said, I had a wonderful time as a parent this past year going up there. And I recommend it to anybody to get a chance to spend that time with your son or daughter. And it really is a good quality.
All right, so that typical day at camp, we do a flag ceremony in the morning, and some of the days of the week we do a polar bear swim right before we have flags and breakfast. All our meals are dining hall meals. We can accommodate a unit that wants to try and cook out a meal or something like that. We can do that too. Our program areas are basically open through the morning from about 9 o'clock to about 11:30ish. And then we have lunch at noon, and then program areas are back open up in the afternoon, and they get to do all those fun programs that we were just talking about.
Yeah, they get free time, they get dinner, they get to have, there's ice cream, there's slushies. But hey, speaking of ice cream, what did the pirate say when he got his wooden leg stuck in the freezer?
In the freezer? I don't know.
Hickory timbers.
Oh.
All right. So we're back over here. So it's great to see you see a typical day, and with your own campfires at the end of the night. That's a wonderful thing to have the wake up. So bring your unit, as it says there on our screen. We starts on a Wednesday, and by having it that way, parents don't have to take a whole week off of work.
No, really.
Other benefits.
We have a lot of units that have parents swap out and stuff like that, and then that's fine. But really, it's Thursday, Friday for a typical work week. You only have to take off a couple of days. That's why we originally, way back, went to this format of what we have right now. You can pick the week that you're going to camp, the second week, the third week, or the fourth week in July.
Okay. And I believe we have one of our next ones.
It has the actual dates.
So we'll tell you those dates. Yep. And one of the biggest things is log on to leatherstockingcouncil.org, and that'll be, you set up a Tentaroo on our Tentaroo site to do registration.
Register.
Well, yes, all
our registrar says you should already have one, but if you need to, call the office and he will help you. All right, and speaking of the weeks of camp, The first week in July, July 8th through the 12th. The second week is the 15th through the 19th. And the third week is the 22nd through the 26th.
And as you see the pricing, we've got $277 this year. Prices didn't go up much from last year. We have sibling pricing, parent and leader pricing. And if people have any questions, please feel free to call us and we can explain any of that.
Right. There's the council website, my number's on there, my email's on there. Feel free to do that. Pricing, the world is expensive, but the memories you'll make at camp are priced less. So
that they are very good. So this is this slide here shows you how you can go on the Tenter website and you go in and you can check out Camp Kingsley CK 2020 and you can pick your week, 1, 2, or 3, register for the event, and you can put many different scouts and Cub Scouts in there. So, and adults. Again, this is some of the stuff I think Rob went over a little bit, and now we're breaking it down again.
Yep. So it's basically a Wednesday through Sunday program. Each unit needs to have 1 trained leader per 5 scouts that they're bringing. We can work with you. If that doesn't, we can try and pair you up with another unit. We can get you staff support if we need to, but that's about the ratio we're looking at. Leadership, it needs to be trained leaders so they can, get some breaks in there too if they need to. All parents are welcome to attend, but they must be youth protection certified. Okay. Tiger Scouts, they, according to BSA regulations on this, Tiger Scouts must be accompanied by a parent if they're coming, and it is recommended that Wolf Scouts are accompanied by a parent as well. Our camps are nationally accredited, which means they are reviewed by our national inspection team that comes in and looks at all our standards and safety. We're also inspected by the health department. So we have an on-site medical officer who is either an EMT or a nurse at all times. So we have national certification. Our staff is CPR trained, and the ratio on that is really incredible as far as who is trained. It's like 90% of our staff is CPR trained. We stress the buddy system just like any other camping experience in BSA, and 2 deep leadership.
Always good.
All right.
We get into the year round.
Yeah, some of those other programs that we have going on. Our first one coming up this year is going to be Mom and Me, and it's almost like a sister theme this year. It's Mer Mom and Me.
I saw, yeah.
So that's always a great time. It's focus of moms coming out with their kids to do all the great activities that the kids do at summer camp. Not quite all of them because we don't have everything. Yeah, it's one whole day and then an overnight. And we don't have the waterfront open in the spring or the fall like that. But they can still fish. They can still usually use the towers available. There's still shooting sports, so all those kind of activities.
And I definitely recommend this event sold out for the last 2 or 3 years, way before it's been. Definitely way before. So make sure you make those reservations. Get online, make your reservations, get there. It's a great time. This is something also that my wife's gone. I know I've seen a lot of parents there with their children, a lot of mothers, and just all of the women seem to have a great time seeing what their children do, their sons and daughters at camp. And I think it's a great thing. I see that new thing there this year, the Field and Stream weekend.
Yeah, Field and Stream kind of stemmed from that whole well, you guys have a mom and me, why don't you have a dad and me kind of thing.
Okay.
And it's kind of a merge of that and our fishing derby that we've had the last 4 or 5 years or so. And our shooting sports director this year kind of wants to get a little bit more excited about doing some things year round too. So we're kind of trying to combine a couple of different events into that and really focus on a shooting sports and fishing kind of weekend. It's not a straight dad meet. It's open to all sorts of, whoever, guardian and me kind of weekend. Okay. So yeah, that'll be a new one this year. So that'll be the third weekend in June. And whereas Mom and Me weekend is always on Mother's Day weekend, but it's Friday night to Saturday, so they still have Mother's Day at home on those.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, that's perfect. Day camps will be in each district will be holding day camps this year. So those dates will be, they'll be on our website very shortly, hopefully in the next week or two.
Right, they're back in the districts.
They're back in the districts this year. We're having them. And we have the fall family camp. That's another big one.
Yep, that's another one that kind of generally sells out like pretty much after summer camp comes around, the registration starts filling up pretty quick. Generally, that's a STEM focus. We've kind of gone to a little bit more of a STEM focus with it over the past few years. Robots is the theme this year.
Okay. Awesome.
So we're looking at that. Again, that usually sells out. It's a good event. Most of our programs that we do at summer camp, again, are open, but with a little bit more of a STEM focus on that.
Okay. And we just have this one up here is just to show the scout leader. For Cub Scouts, the year-round program, it doesn't just stop in May or June. Scouting should be year-round, and we want people to be doing stuff, go to summer camp, day camp, resident camp, do something with your pack during the summer. And see that underneath where it says current lines that are going into first grade.
Yeah, I think that's a key one that sometimes we forget about, that our Lions, we do our pack graduations in May and June and whatever, and we got to remember that when we do those graduations, they're considered the next rank. Yeah, so those Lions who just came in as kindergartners are now like first graders, and they're available to go to camps.
Awesome. With a partner.
Yeah. Okay. All right. This slide I thought was really, really interesting. This first one's kind of, on average, kids spend 3.5 in meaningful conversations with their parents each week.
And that's just minutes.
Yeah.
That's tough when you think about that. And then you see that second one, how much time they spend on average, 7.5 hours a day using entertainment media. That's pretty scary. So,
and then that children play outside an average of 4 minutes a day. I think we got that 4 minutes covered in about the time you get from the parking lot to your campsite.
I would say you have that, definitely. And that's a big thing. It's, as we say, it's time to get on to unplug and get your kids to camp. Get them out there. Get them doing fun things. We're not saying everything's wrong with entertainment media or with their games, but at the same time, get out there and do things with your children. So we definitely recommend.
I think it's both of us as parents who brought our kids to camp for this kind of thing. I think the experience of just spending some time, being able to talk about stuff, being able to look up at the stars, to get out in a rowboat or whatever it is, it just having that opportunity is amazing.
I definitely agree with you. And it's great to see, we had people that have written books about parenting. We had General Colin Powell, he said, and these. Now remember, people, if we're going a little too fast, this is being recorded, so by all means you can come back and
because you know you want to watch this twice, right? Yeah. Why didn't the pirate buy some corn?
Why didn't he buy corn?
It was really expensive. It was a buccaneer.
A buccaneer. Oh man, we're killing it.
Yeah. We should do more.
I'm sure we can. No, so
the day camp slide's up there.
We've got the day camp slide. What we're doing this year, as we said earlier, each district's going to be holding them. Right now, we're looking at doing one in Sequoia, Dolgeville, one up at in Maryland, one in the Rome area, and one possibly in Otsego or more. So
for more information right now, ask their DEs?
Yes, for more information, ask your DE. And at this time, we have some questions. So,
All right, let's see what we can do with this.
So the first question that someone has here is, how do you get youth protection trained if I want to go to camp with my son?
I would say the easiest way to do that is it's online.
Yeah,
The online training is about an hour, 20 minutes or something like that. And
So it is. Anyone can set up an account at my.scouting.org. So whether you're a leader or not, anybody can set that up. And in order to be a registered leader, you have to take that training first. So we recommend setting up your own online. If you have trouble getting to a computer, you don't think you're computer savvy, we do have some youth protection champions in the different districts who are trained to teach that training to a large group. Let us know. We'll make sure we get our instructors to you, because the safety of your children at our camps is one of our most important things.
Can siblings come if they are not scouts? Yes, absolutely. There was a sibling price up there, which kind of is if you have more than one kid in the same, you have a wolf and you have a tiger and you have a whatever. But yes, we definitely accept siblings.
Now, when it says can siblings come, what are the ages of siblings that are able to come if they're not scouts?
Scout age.
So
we're looking at 6 through 11.
Yeah, so we can't have a 4-year-old coming along to camp with.
Right, that's hard. We have had parents who brought a 4-year-old, but both parents are there with that, but you're there for our scouts to have their opportunity, and siblings are welcome.
Yeah.
And the third question is the only other one we have right now. So, all right. So if you've got questions, send them in. Will my scouts earn advancements? Okay, there are a lot of different requirements that get covered through a whole bunch of the different programs. So yes, when we do our nature program, we try to give you a sheet that has all that broken down on it. When you go to the waterfront, if you're a bear and you're working on bear achievements, yes, they focus on, when the bear group goes down there, they focus on that level at each time. So the waterfront program won't look exactly the same for a wolf as it will be for an arrow of light.
Yeah, I liked the skills for the bears per se, and some of the others where we did skills and did the cooking. The kids did the cooking, parents helped out, and they basically got that advancement done.
Yeah, we don't, obviously, we can't do everything for that rank, but you will definitely, the kids who go to summer camp have a great leg up on getting a lot of that done for that next year's worth of rank.
Yeah, one of the things that I liked was doing the different adventures, getting most of them done, except 1 or 2 things you go back with your den through the year, but to be that far up on it, that was great.
So definitely we look at those.
Do we have some more there, Peter? Okay. All right, well, if there's nothing else,
Another pirate joke.
Another pirate joke.
All right. What's a pirate's favorite letter?
R?
You would think so.
I would.
But it's the C.
We know what's a pirate's favorite exercise?
Oh, I don't know. What's a pirate's favorite exercise?
The plank.
Oh, really?
Well, without further ado, we might have to walk the plank on that. Thank you guys, and we hope to see you very soon. Oh,
we got one more last
question. We have one more? Yeah. Oh. Can lions go to camp? So at that time, if they're current lions and they're going to be moving up and going into 1st grade, they're now considered tigers. If they are in 4 or 5 years old going into kindergarten, they really wouldn't have even joined. Yeah. So current lions now can go to camp, yes, with a parent.
All right, great questions.
Okay, thank you guys very much.
Yep. Have a good night.